OGDuffy and welcome to the weekend vlog, people. It is Thursday. It's early afternoon. I'm just nipping out of work. I'm off to Lidl's because them beers that I went hunting for last Saturday apparently get released today. Mike over on the Discord told me. So I'm going to see if I can get some of that Fest beer. Plans for this weekend? Well, I've got to take MrsOG out at some point. It's her birthday on Sunday. Oh, yes, indeed. So celebrations all round, people. Oh, and Thursdays being a new Fridays, let's get to that Lidl and let's go get them Festa beers. Oh, yes. Pleased to see that they had the beers in. Oh, yes, they had wheat beers and all sorts here. So I hit lucky. Now, it's them beers there, them Festa beers that I purchased at $1.49 a can. But this box set, they had tempted me at the bottom there. Look at them. All them beers. Finished in the middle of Lidl, and as you could see there, I got the Festa beer. Looking forward to trying that. I've heard good things on some of the groups and forums that I belong to. So, yeah, looking forward to giving them a go. Thanks for the heads up, Mike, SMFC. Yeah, he's the one who told me they're available from today. I've got some Bratwurst sausages as well. So that's tea tonight. So I'm having sausages and beer for tea. Food of the gods. Oh, yes, indeed. Good evening. Out in the games room Thursday night, which of course are the new Thursdays. Now, a question. It's Thursday, which means it really is sort of Friday, isn't it? Really. I've just been shooting some video and stuff, so yeah, I've been doing a bit in the games room. But anyway, I've got them beers. I managed to get some this week, so. But the question is this: shall I have one now? Shall I? Go on, shout yes at the TV. Shout yes, OG, have one. Oh, I'm hearing you, I'm doing what you say, people. Go on, Rob, go for it. So here it is, I'll be honest, right, these look, I've just read on reviews and stuff, and they rave about these. I think they brew it just for like Oktoberfest. It's a genuine German lager, so it's a Perlenbacher Festbier. Brewed with the finest ingredients, alcohol 5.5%. Nice strength. Fest beer. It's a Lidl exclusive. They had also had a lot of box set in there that had 10 different bottles, all for Oktoberfest. And I think that was $24.99. I was with my brother and he said, "Are you getting that?" I was like, I don't know. I'll try this. If I like this, then I might treat myself to that box set. You know what I mean? Yeah, he says, I might not. Who knows? Anyway, let's get this poured up, people. And then we can do a taste test together of the Fest beer. Yeah. I'll tell you what, let's dedicate this to one of these good people. I'll tell you what, I'm going to dedicate this to Little OG. Yeah. Now, someone said on last week's comments, Little OG, they'd like to see him more on the channel. Yeah, so I'll have to have a word with him and see if I can't drag him out of the games room, bit of gaming and that. I know a lot of the members as well that joined up. They would say, "Oh, can we have some one-on-one gaming with you and Little OG?" I said, I'll think about it. But it's not really down to me, is it? It's down to Little OG if he wants to do it or not. Right, okay. Now, looking at that, for a lager, it's quite a dark beer. It's not as light as I would have imagined. Anyway, cheers, people. Happy Oktoberfest to you. Damn, that is one smooth beer, people. Right, I've got to fess up first. I felt a bit snotty today, and I've taken a couple of lemon sips to sort of dry out my nose a bit. So I'm probably not in the best condition to deliver a taste test on this. But to be absolutely honest with you, that is smooth as, man. That's just going straight down the hatch. You know what I'm saying? That's a good beer. Yeah. As Samuel Jackson said in Pulp Fiction, that's a good shake, Brad. It's a good beer. Oh, yeah. Lovely jubbly. Honestly, that's pucker, mate. I bought 4 cans. to go and buy some more. Or treat myself to that box set. Anyway, this weekend, what are the plans? Obviously got work again tomorrow. But it's Friday, so, you know, you're winding down, ain't you? So I can live with that. Going to go and do my day's work. And then, in the afternoon, I plan on getting out here, unless the pub calls me, of course, because I want to drill a hole in the worktop over there. But it means I've got to move the beer fridge out to get to the area. And the reason being is I want to run some cables up from underneath, because there's a socket that's powering the fridge. And there's sockets down there that aren't being used, so I need the power there for a little project I'm wanting to do. And I'll show you how they're going to operate. It's going to be like there. So let me just take you down past my TV screen. You know, so you drill a hole, and then you insert these plastic lid things, and they spin round, and you can run your cables through quite neatly. Yeah. So that's my plan tomorrow, people. But, you know what they say, plans do change. But, most importantly, this weekend, oh yes, it's Mrs. OG's birthday, people. Oh, it's her birthday. I tell you what, I get excited for people's birthdays, and she doesn't really get excited herself. I'm like, what are we doing? It's your birthday. She's like, whatever. You just can't help these people, can you? Bless her. No, she don't like making a fuss and all that. And I'm like, oh, come on, you know what I mean? So, her birthday's actually on Sunday, and I know the race is on Sunday. The F1, I think, have had a little break, so the races are back on. So, but it's a USA race, so it's not until 8 o'clock in the evening. So I said, well, we can go and do something. Apparently, she said the weather's going to be awful on Sunday. So I said, all right, we'll go to the cinema, and I'll take you for a meal afterwards. I've gave her a load of options of where we can eat. I said, I'll take you for an Indian. Sure, I don't think so. I said, I'll take you to, and I named loads of places. She's like, no, all the sort of places that I like. But I was only winding her up, of course. I said, well, all right then. We narrowed it down to 3 places that she really likes. We can either go for a Chinese, I said. She loves her Chinese food, but we haven't had sit-down Chinese in an absolute age. Lanzarote, this time last year, a couple of weeks back, was the last time me and Mrs. OG had a sit-down Chinese meal. That's right, actually, yeah. Back in Lands. Oh, that was good, wasn't it? Anyway, I digress. The Turkish or Sentado Lounge. It's like a pub bar eatery near us, and she likes them. So it's down to her, isn't it, really? I've bought her a nice present. I could tell you now, because this isn't dropping till Tuesday. She would have opened it. But I'm not going to. No, you can wait. Like Mrs. OG has to. Anyway, that has been Friday, people. Not Friday, has it? It's been Thursday. Look at me. Racing ahead of myself. Oh, mate, I'm going to grab my fest beer. Yeah. It's been Thursday. So join me again in the morning when we go off. And we do it all again. But then I'll come out of work and the weekend has officially begun. Here's to the weekend, people. Oh, yes. Work is done for another week, people. We're out of here.
We certainly are.
What are you doing the weekend?
It's Mum's birthday. Whatever she wants.
She apparently wants me to play you in the games room on some 1 versus 1 games.
Oh, really?
It's a birthday wish, apparently.
I'm not sure that's true.
I think it is. Anyway, Nick's birthday, so that's pretty much predominantly taken over everything, really. But anyway, it's Friday now, so we're going to go home. And I'm going to ask Mrs. OG if she fancies coming for a drink. Do you want to come for a drink?
I don't know yet.
Or are you going to sit and watch telly?
I don't know. We'll have to see, won't we?
Okay, well, onwards and upwards and all that. And
Lord of the Rings doesn't watch itself.
How many episodes you got to go?
I think I stopped after 4 because
So what was it, 8 in total?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I've got to start catching up on House of Dragon and that Lord of the Rings thing. I enjoyed the first season, so yeah. Anyway, onwards and upwards. I'm going to get home and see if Miss OG fancies a pint, or do I get out in the games room and start doing that work I've got planned? Decisions. So yes. Out in the games room, got a bit of work to do. I'm going to drill through that worktop there. Get through there. And I'm going to put one of these in place. One of these being these plastic things here. Oh, he says drop in it. One of these here. And just Quite clever, so you can run cables and that through, you know, and keep it looking tidy rather than just a nasty hole. But for me to get to where I need to, I've got to move the beer fridge. And to move the beer fridge, I'm going to have to take that leg out there, that silver leg. Get that out and then drill me hole and run my power supply down. Or extend the socket or whatever. Yeah, anyway. In a nutshell, that's what I'm doing, people. So it ain't beer o'clock. It's drill o'clock. Got my drill out, but I've got a nice big old chunky drill bit ready to go through the worktop with. Oh, yes indeed. Onwards and upwards, my good friends. Let's get this done. The carnage has begun, people. I'm nearly through. As you can see, we're doing anything like this is all well and good, but the only problem being is the mess you make and having to put everything back away again. It's just it makes a mess to prevent a mess, if that makes sense. Anyway, back to it, people. First one done. Get the cover on that. Have to get them just right, and then they click into place like that. Finishes it off nicely, that, doesn't it? Nice little touch. Look at that. I'm going to get one in that corner now, and that should suffice. Quite nice, them. They tuck it away and clean up the surface very nicely indeed. Job well done. Got one in there, and one in there. So all good in the hood. Plus, it gave me a good chance to get underneath here and give it a good old sweep up and a tidy up. Because obviously underneath there, you never clean it, do you? Like the top of the fridge, that needs a good old dusting off now. But I'm pleased with it so far. Yeah. Let's get the next bit done, eh? Just popped out, people. We're coming into home base. I'm looking for the power supply to put down on the for the wall there in the games room, you know. Got Mrs. OG with me. Look, birthday girl this weekend. Look, there she is. Look. You'll be looking a bit taller on Sunday. A little bit taller. No. You're the opposite. You get younger with age. You're like a fine wine. Anyway, we're trying home base now. Let's see if they're any cheaper than curries. What do you reckon for the games room? Look, trick or treat. That'd look alright there, wouldn't it? 42 quid. And he shivers. And he shivers. That's Frankenstein, you know. He's even cheaper, he's 35 notes him. But he don't shake. And the ghost is a bit, don't do a lot, the ghost. Oh well. Leaving Mrs. OG's Halloween inflatables behind, she got rather excited. Oh yes, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Here she goes, look, she's in her element here. Oh dear. Oh yes, October. Not even had Halloween, not even had Guy Fawkes fireworks, none of that. And here we are, look, in a completely winter wonderland of Christmas goodies. Now, talking of Christmas goodies, it probably won't be that long till we start selling up Mrs. OG's charity pieces. So do keep your eyes peeled for them. Anyway, that dinosaur caught my eye. Quite what dinosaurs have got to do with Christmas. Not sure about that one. Got me cable. We're now going to chase Mrs. OG around and find some storage boxes for our glass making stuff. Oh yes indeed. Anyway, what are you looking at now, Missy Moo? She's just mooching. It's that section down there she wants to get to, that Christmas section, isn't it? Oh, now she's found this stuff, look.
Is that non-slip stuff?
Oh yeah, isn't that good?
£3, that is good.
Oof. What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. There's a lot of it though.
Oh well, yeah, it's bargain. You should buy two. Look at our faces. Look at the sun. It's divided us in two. It's actually very nice. It's very bright. Nick's birthday's on Sunday, but there's meant to be quite a nasty storming coming on Sunday. So, yeah, we might have to play it by ear on Sunday, what I do for your birthday.
Yeah, might not be going anywhere.
Oh well, we're going out tomorrow anyway,
Yeah, we're
so
going out tomorrow.
I'll make up for it tomorrow anyway, just in case. Maidstone tomorrow. You know what's in Maidstone?
No.
A CEX.
Oh, yeah.
You know what else is in Maidstone?
Loads of charity shops.
Not so much, no. There are a few, but not many. Do you know what else is there?
It's meant to be my weekend.
It is your weekend, sweetness. Do you know what else is in Maidstone?
Pubs.
Some lovely pubs. One of my favourite, the Market Inn, I think it's called. And I know you like it in there, so I'll only go in there because you like it.
Okay.
Anyway, we're going to go to HobbyCraft, because that's Nick's favourite shop, isn't it, Nick?
I go there once a year, and it's every year on my birthday.
You do not go once a year. I'll take you more often than
I
that.
haven't been since last year.
That's because of the road.
Yeah, that is because of the road. Yeah.
Anyway, that we're done now. We've been spending Marks and Spencer's, where you spend a lot and you get a little. And we've got dinner sorted out. And when we go home, I'll get out in the games room, just crack on, get my bits done. And that's it then, isn't it? We ain't got to go out any further. And then
good.
I can crack a beer as well, because it is Friday after all, people. It is absolute carnage here in the games room. I mean, just look at some of this mess. Let me ping this camera around and just show you the state of the place. Look at it. Look at it. There's mess everywhere. The fridge is out. Yeah. But I've run my cables and I've mounted my new monitor, people. What do you think of that? I had it on that stand there, but I'll be honest, it took up too much room. So I went and bought a wall mount and I've got that mounted up there. So that's going to look pretty cool and sexy when that's all sorted out. But, my God, it's absolute carnage out here, honest. There's mess, there's just stuff everywhere. I mean, I'm talking about absolute junk everywhere. Oh, but you know something? I'm going to go in, I'm going to cook me and Mrs. OG's tea, because it's about 7:30 now. And I'm then going to... I might lock up for the night and just leave it. Just leave it. I'm going to go and watch a film, I think, with Mrs. OG. Yeah. Give her a bit of my time this weekend, because she's the birthday girl after all. Oh, let's go and grab a beer and get amongst it, shall we? Yeah, I'm going to shut the door on this tonight. Oh, dear. Yeah. Might get back out here tomorrow afternoon at some point. Depends if we're still out shopping with Mrs. OG, although the weather is looking absolutely horrendous this weekend. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Anyway, let's go watch a movie. Good morning, people. It is Saturday. It's about 11:30, I believe.
11:20.
11:20 ain't far off, am I? Bit snotty still.
Oh, nice.
Bit of a cold, but... nothing major. Anyway, so we're going over to Maidstone because it's your birthday tomorrow, but the weather looks horrendous tomorrow, and this rain that we've currently got is due to pass by midday. So by the time we get there, hopefully it'll be nice and dry. Could get up to 17, they reckon, today.
It's not cold now.
It's not cold, no, but yeah. But yeah, so that'd be good. And a few beers, of course. But Maidstone is Nicolette's favourite shop.
HobbyCraft.
HobbyCraft. So we're off to HobbyCraft, people.
My yearly trip.
Yep, yearly trip, she says. And of course, while we're over there, there's the CEX and there's some pubs and there's a HMV and stuff like that. So we'll have a general mooch about. Oh, yes, indeed. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And we're here. Let the fun begin. Oh, yes. There she goes, look. In a happy place. Got a basket. That's never a good sign. It's going to cost me a few quid. Anyway, she's worth it. So here we go. The craft of the hobby, people. Let's go and see what goodies Mrs. OG can find. Got a bit of everything in here, mate. You name it, they've got it. I've lost Mrs. OG. God knows how long we're going to be wandering around here. There ain't even a pub local. Oh well, it's her birthday weekend, innit? So got to let her fluidities flow, so to speak. God knows what sort of crafting she's going to be getting up to next. It's just full of inspiration, I'm sure. Andy, look, if you've got a small pet that dies, little coffins for them. 3.5 notes. Cheap as chips. Found a seat, people. Oh, yes. Taking the weight I am. I've left Mrs. OG to it. She's gone. I mean, we'll probably be in here. It'll be, by the time she's finished, it'll probably be a good hour. I am. I'm very dry. I think it's my cold that's drying me out. I need a lager for medicinal purposes, of course. But anyway, she's having fun. That's all that matters, isn't it, mate? And mates, should I say. But anyway, yeah, they do everything in here for craft, don't they? It's nutty. It's a lot of dads in here with their daughters being dragged about and spending lots of money, mate. Yeah. Anyway, it's all good fun. We have finished in HobbyCraft. I'm carrying the bag of goodies, and we've just walked back. We did the underpass because the traffic here is a nightmare. But Nick's just spotted this. We went, look, let's go and look at it. And here it is. Look, see him? It's a gargoyle, goblin type creature. He's quite sexy. He's quite. I like him. He looks like he's got a pint on the go. I'll tell you what, he's a bit of all right, isn't he? Here, look at him. People have been sitting stuff in his mouth by the looks of it, but I'm liking his pint. Do you reckon he's got a Stella in there? What do you reckon? Anyway, he's pretty awesome. I quite like him. There's Nick scanning the QR code. He's awesome. He's the man. Look at MrsOG. Look, she's itching to get in there. I need a drink after that HobbyCraft experience. I'm telling you that much. Let's go. There she is, the birthday girl. I've treated her. Look. What have I got you, Nick?
Half a Diet Coke.
I know how to treat you, my dear. I'll tell you. And a pint of Camden Hells for myself. Oh yes. Different glass, that one's usually a stubby little pint pot, but this one's a nice one. I like it. It's a long one. Oh, it's a good beer, Camden Hells. Highly recommended. Pint done, people. It was very tasty. Nice pint there. Do like that Camden Hells. Very much recommended. We're off into the high street now. Well, guess what? There is a CEX, people. So I might just have to pop in, you know. Oh yes. Then we popped into the Skull Bar. Not been in here before, but had some banging tunes playing. That's why I'm doing a voiceover. A free metal jukebox, and the food in here was pretty impressive. I mean, check out that portion of chips right there. Them cheesy chips, they were huge. We didn't eat them all. And we are back from Maidstone. I've got about hour and a half before that Strictly Dancing thing comes on. That's when I'm going to disappear out to the games room. So I've got a load of sorting out to do there. After drilling them holes in that yesterday, I walked out on it last night and just shut the door on it. Looks like a bomb's gone off, really does. But hey, Strictly's on. I will go out there and have a go at it then. So I'm going to watch a bit of telly. I'm going to watch something for me. I'm not sure what, but I just grabbed a can of beer. And it's this beer that was in Lidl's. Or was it Aldi's? Lidl. And I always remember because it's the middle of Lidl. And it's this Fest beer. They brought it out for Oktoberfest. It's 5.5%. And it is stunningly good beer. £1.49 a can. This equals happy days, people. Oh, yes, indeed. So if you find yourself at a Lidl and you fancy a bit of liquid refreshment, get in and get one of these Fest beers before they sell out. It's only bring them out for Oktoberfest. So it's very, very nice indeed. Anyway, grab this. Find something to watch. Got just about an hour and 20 minutes. I ain't got time for a film. House of Dragons, maybe? That theme music means only one thing. Oh yes, I've started House of the Dragon Season 2 after all these months. Been out in the games room tonight, people, and to be honest, I've been so busy just tidying and sorting stuff out. I'm still not there, but I've done 90% of it. But I'm setting up a new system over here, which I'm not going to show you yet. But I've been spending a lot of time just fiddling with that, so I've not been vlogging. I've forgotten. Yes, indeed, I have. I've forgotten. Anyway, just pop you guys up there for a moment. Yes, I've still got some cleaning up and sorting out to do out here. But tomorrow, of course, is MrsOG's birthday. Yeah, got some bits there. Just wrote her card out and stuff. So we'll get up in the morning and pretty much vlog whatever she wants to do. But there's a storm due, so I don't know what she'll want to do. There is a race, an F1 race, of course there is, it being a Sunday, but that's not till the evening because it's a USA race. So we've got all day. Yeah. Take her out for a bit of dinner somewhere, I am sure. I've given her 3 options. So let's see which one she picks. She can go for a Chinese meal, she can go to the Turkish, or she can go to Satando Lounge, which is like a pub
bar place that does sort of, you know, I don't know, mac and cheese and burgers and things like that. So she's got them options. No Indian on the menu, unfortunately, because as you know, she's not keen like me. So anyway, yeah, but it's Mrs. OG's birthday, not mine. So we're going to spoil her rotten tomorrow because it'll be rude not to, guys, but you already knew that. Anyway, that concludes pretty much Saturday. We've had a good day. Got some games in CEX today. I'll be dropping on a separate video. Got some nice games, actually, yeah. Some decent to the games towards the collection. And some, you know me, I do go for them titles that aren't necessarily always just sort of big hitting expensive titles. I do like to go for them ones that maybe I do like to play a bit. I'm not giving any spoilers. Anyway, you have to wait for the video, people. Be patient, be patient. Anyway, that concludes Saturday. I'll see you all tomorrow for Sunday. Which, of course, if I haven't mentioned once or twice or 3 times, is Mrs. OG's birthday. Oh, yes, it is. Good night. Have a great night's kip. See you in the morning. Hello, people. It is Sunday, and look in the back of the car. There she is. Oh, well, there's little OG.
Hello.
But Mrs. OG's hiding. It's birthday girl herself. She's had her card. She's had her presents. I bought her a McDonald's breakfast. That's sort of a traditional thing, isn't it? We do it on our birthdays. We have a Macca's breakfast. And now, where are we going now, Nick?
The vineyard.
For?
A beer o'clock.
A beer o'clock, people. Oh, yes, because it's her birthday. I did say to Mrs. OG she can have dinner out today.
Yeah.
But you've decided you'd have a takeaway at home.
Yeah, the weather's not very good here, is it?
Yep, so a takeaway at home it is, a bit later on. Okay. And of course, today is race day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And Lando's on pole. Just for your birthday. He's going to win it for you, Nick.
Oh, I hope so.
Let's hope so, eh?
I really hope so.
Because if he does, he's going to be pushing it. And that Verstappen fella who you support.
54 points or 58 points.
Yeah,
behind.
Verstappen needs to come off completely and get 0 points today.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get to the pub. There he is, people. Little OG has made an appearance. Cheers, peeps.
Cheers.
Chin chin, chin chin chiroo. And here we go, look. It's me. And look, who we got here? It's the birthday girl herself. Let's get you in shot. There we go. Happy birthday, love.
Cheers.
Are you having a good day?
Yeah, it's very nice.
You've had some nice gifts.
I have. That's a lovely gift.
Yeah. So happy birthday. Anyway, we're going to have a couple of drinks and then, yeah, get home, chill out. I'll help you open that, madam. Leave it to me. Mrs. OG's on drink number 2. But she's given up on that Prosecco now. Just gone back on the Coke, guys. She's not a big drinker. But look at this. Little OG's treated her to some lunch. Plain Walker's crisps. A grab bag, nonetheless. Look at that, lot. Aren't you being spoiled today, eh? Grab bag, crisps, Coke. Oh, you take it easy, love. Little OG's back, look, and he's just bought himself these drinks. They're 2-for-1 cocktails. He's got all sorts in the top of them, look. But if we come down, there's sweeties in them. Yeah. Mrs. OG's just pinched one of his sweets. What flavour are they, Little OG? What we got?
I had them last time. There's definitely vodka in it.
Vodka.
There is Smirnoff vodka, Archer's Peach, sweet and sour mix. Don't know what that is. Lemonade, grenadine with
Bit of
sweet,
everything.
with the sweet on top.
But, yeah, look. Mrs. OG's going in for the kill. She's getting a bit carried away because it's her birthday, look. Oh dear.
Right.
Let's get her reaction.
That is so sweet.
Are your teeth alright?
Oh,
That's why they put sweets on top. Make it even
So
more sweet. Oh, but yeah, it's alright though.
Yeah, tuck in, knock yourself out. Down it.
I've had enough.
Enjoy, son.
I will, thank you.
Back from the pub, people, with Mrs. OG, obviously celebrating her birthday, etc. Now, you've probably already seen the video. Yes, you and us, the OG family, have hit 10 1,000 subscribers. I've dropped a video thanking everyone on Sunday evening. Yeah. But anyway, talking of Sunday, it's now live. And, well, it's not live, it's Tuesday, because you're watching Tuesday onwards. But it's been great. I mean, what a weekend, really. It's just all about MrsOG, really, this weekend. Yeah. I do enjoy birthday celebration weekends. But MrsOG always says, oh, don't worry, don't do anything. But I suppose we're all a little bit guilty of that, aren't we? You know, we all sit there and go, oh no, don't make a fuss. When deep down, let's be honest, right? Let's actually cut to the chase here. Everyone loves a little fuss being made of them, don't they? Of course they do. But anyway, 10,000 subs, people. That's great, isn't it? Oh, I've had a busy weekend in the games room. I've still got a load of poop over in this corner to clear out. Oh, dear. I've ordered a Chinese for tonight. MrsOG said, no, I'll have a Chinese takeaway. She was that close to saying that we'll have an Indian. Oh, I come that close, people. I was like, and then she went, I think I have Chinese. I was like, yes, dear, whatever. Anyway, it is what it is. Yep, so I got that coming. Yeah. I got some great pickups in Maidstone yesterday. That'd be for a pickups video, which I'll probably drop. It might be this Friday. But you know what? We've hit in the 10k. I'm going to be doing a live at some point. I might even do that Friday instead. I don't know. Watch the channel for posts. I'll be asking your opinion, your questions. When do you think is best, etc. Anyway, onwards and upwards, people. So we got Mega Drive Game of the Week to do. So I think we need to crack on with that, don't you? What letter are we up to? I think it's E. Yes, it is actually E. What are we thinking? E. Interesting. Mega Drive Game of the Week, beginning with E. Using a different emulator or front end this week, so we can actually get a little sample. Earthworm Jim, Echo Junior, Echo the Dolphin, Eliviento. Interesting. Elemental Master, Eliminate Down. That looks a good shoot 'em up, actually. New one on me. ESPN. eSWAT, Cyber Police, Eternal Champions. What should we go for? X-Mutants, Exile. What's Exile? I was going to go for the games I'm not sure the name of. It's a bit RPG-ish, that. Exo Squad. That's another new one on me. Journey to the Promised Land Exodus. Right, okay. That looks weird. Right, okay. Let's go for this. Let's try this Exodus, right? Journey to the Planet. Yeah, just play it. Let's launch this. Journey to the Promised Land Exodus. So, I'm guessing this is an indie title. Maybe, maybe not. Sega, blah, blah, blah. Is not manufactured, licensed, or endorsed by Sega. Right. So, it was an indie title. Right. Okay. The Journey to the Promised Land. God heard the cries of the Israelites. Oh my God, here we go. Help Moses gather 5 Bible questions and enough manna to complete each level. A quiz from the book basically given off. Right, this is one of those games that is right, let's just hit start, mate. Right at the top there. So I'm Moses. Yeah, code. Let's just. So I was at these things. So the M is the manna. Shot him. Right, that's one question. So we have to collect all the questions. Let's get that bit of mana and that question, of course. Oh, killed him. We got the mana. The mana from God. This is one of them games that was probably 90s that was all religious, isn't it? I've heard about them. I've never played one. Is it testing my challenge at the moment? Not really. Okay. Get that mana. What are these bits here? These like I have to shoot them. They're blocks. The mana is just falling now. Look at it. Let's zap in there. Get in there. Get all the mana. Right, we've got how many more questions did it say to get? 5 in total. I think I only found one so far, haven't I?
Right, let's go up here. Let's go through there and get the rest of the manor there. Hey man, I'm Moses. Yes. Zap that. Go down, get that. I'll be honest, it's the game concept is okay. And to be honest, it's could have been quite a good little sort of puzzler game, but it's not challenging me at the moment. But in that said, this is level 1. So it's got 5 questions. I've collected all the question marks. Obviously there's there it is, I got it. And now look, there's a portal opened up down in the bottom. So let's take Moses to the portal. And then level 2, I'm assuming. Now we've collected all 5 questions. There we go. I do know these sort of religious games were released. I've never played one for... Oh, hang on. Play one. Who enslaved the Israelites? That's the Egyptians. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, mate. This is rocking. Player 1. The king of Egypt told the Hebrew midwives to kill male babies. Kill all babies. Look for Moses. Male babies? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, my God. The midwives would not kill the male babies because Moses was to be born. Pharaoh forbid it. They feared God. God, I assume. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I know me Bible, people. Look at this. Oh, what's going on here? Because if the male babies were not killed by the midwives, Pharaoh ordered his people to find baby males, cast them into the river. That's it. So they put them in a basket. I remember that from my primary school days. Moses' mother wanted to save him from the river, so she gave him to Pharaoh, put him in an ark, moved him out of Egypt. Put him in an ark? Well, put him in a basket, didn't she? That's the name, Moses' basket. Hallelujah. Right, this is the first God game I've ever played. You answered all 5 correctly. I've won 5 Bibles. And there's shit. Look, there's old Moses being thrown in the water. Look. Yeah, get down there, son. Player 1, level 2, code Hedo. Okay, that's enough of Moses, I think. Anyway, interesting concept. On the Mega Drive game front there, that was E for Exodus, and obviously Moses and the boys come into play. I do know back in the day, them sort of games were quite popular, obviously in the Bible Belt areas of America, I would imagine. That's my first for me. I've never played a Bible type game, but I'm quite impressed that I got all 5 questions right. Maybe I am going to heaven after all. Anyway, enough of that. So, this weekend, people, it's been pretty damn good, actually. Obviously, Mrs. OG's birthday, so all the attention was on her, and why not? It'd be rude not to. I enjoyed Maidstone again yesterday. It's always good to get to Maidstone. I'm going to have to just stop here a second because all I'm getting in the background is that Exodus music. So let me just move around this way and we'll switch him off. Let's just... Yeah. No, back. Let's come out of that. I don't want that in my life. Yeah, leave that going. That's some sort of other music from some Genesis game or Mega Drive game, should I say. Going all American now, going all Bible Belt on you. Enough of that. Anyway, so a good weekend in general. Always is though. I do love me weekends, you guys know that. I've got a Chinese takeaway being delivered. Had a few beers, so what's not to love. Happy days. I think we're going to go and watch the F1 race. Obviously, Mrs. OG's hoping for a Lando win. Come on, Lando. Do it for Mrs. OG. It's her birthday, mate. You can do it. Come on. Let's get that for Verstappen, bloke. Yeah, let's make it a bit more of a championship this year. It's getting close. It's getting close. Anyway, it's been good. I enjoyed Maidstone yesterday. That was probably the highlight of the weekend for me. I really enjoyed Maidstone, because I think where we had traffic problems between us and Maidstone for so long, I've only been, that's the second time I've been probably in about a year. That's the first time Mrs. OG's been in about a year. So it was good. I went to a CEX there. I got some nice pickups. Might have got a quiz game or 2. You know me and them quiz titles. Oh, yes. But all in all, it was very, very good indeed. So I'll be showing them at some point in a future pickups of video. I've hit them 10k subscribers. So I'm aiming to do a live stream to celebrate. A few beers, come and hang out in the games room. We'll have a chat and a natter and all that. I really don't know when I'm going to do it. I might do it this Friday coming up. Instead of dropping a Friday video, I might just drop a Friday live and then upload it for people to watch and stuff. But I'll be dropping comments and that in the week, polls and stuff, and asking you good people what you would like, when you would like to do the exclusive live for the 10k. Yeah, what a celebration. Honestly, so happy with that. Oh dear. Onwards and upwards, as I always say. Now, if you haven't got something to look forward to, make sure you do. Now, I asked this question a vlog or 2 vlogs ago. The new Joker film. I haven't gone to see it, based on the back of what I've seen and read online. Now, over to you. Have you seen it? If so, is it as bad as they say it is? Or is that just social media just jumping on the bandwagon and making it worse than what it actually is? Please do let me know in the comments as always. And let me know what you've been up to this weekend. I love reading your comments, what you've been up to and all that good stuff. Like, share, do all the great stuff you always do anyway. I've been OGDuffy. You have been absolutely awesome. And I hope you've had a great weekend. And remember, book something nice so you've got something to look forward to. I've got a few things coming up this week. I'm off to see a band on Wednesday with MrsOG. The Cruel Hearts Club. They're playing down in Margate. They're a great band. I saw them supporting Placebo. And I have to say, I was just like, wow, what a band. And I'll download their music and that. It's all female band. And they just do music, but they don't play that often because they say we're all mums, so our priorities are what our kids like, you know. And how refreshing is that to hear? So they've literally put their music career on a back burner, but their music is so good. If you like sort of I don't know how to describe it. It's a real it's rocky. It's rock. It's a bit distorted guitar and that, but it's 3 young ladies. Well, they're not young. They've got kids. Well, they are young to me, I suppose. But there's 3 young ladies, and they're brilliant. They're really good. So do check them out, Cruel Hearts Club. Anyway, I've been OGDuffy. I've got to go now. Because that alarm, just notifications, the doorbell, with my Chinese, well, sorry, MrsOG's Chinese arrived. See you all on the next one, guys. Have a great week.